all laugh. I don't know what's the matter, we're all so solemn. Is it because I've been stood up by my butte? It's the first time in my entire experience with men, and I've had a good deal of all sorts, that I've actually been stood up by anybody. I don't know how to take it. Tell us a funny little story, Stanley. Something to help us out.
I didn't think you liked my stories, Blanche.
I like them when they're amusing, but not indecent.
I don't know any refined enough for you.
Then let me tell one.
Yes, you tell one, Blanche. You used to know lots of good stories.
Let me see now. I must run through my repertoire. Oh yes, I love parrot stories. Do you like parrot stories? Well, this one's about the old maid and the parrot. This old maid, she had a parrot that cursed the blue streak and knew more vulgar expressions than Mr. Kowalski.
Huh?
And the only way to shut the parrot up was to put the cover back on the cage so it would think it was night and go back to sleep. Well, one morning the old maid had just uncovered the parrot for the day, when who should she see coming up the front walk but the preacher? Well, she rushed back to the parrot and slipped the cover back on the cage, and then she let the preacher in. And the parrot was perfectly still, just as quiet as a mouse. But just as she was asking the preacher how much sugar he wanted in his coffee, the parrot broke the silence with a loud and said, "God damn, but that was a short day." Apparently Mr. Kowalski was not amused.
Mr. Kowalski is too busy making a pig of himself.
That's alright, baby.
Go and clean up. Your hands are disgustingly greasy.
That's how I'll clean up the table. Don't ever talk to me that way. Pig, Polak, disgusting, vulgar, greasy. Them kind of words have been on your tongue and your sisters too much around here. What do you think you two are? A pair of queens? Remember what Huey Long said. Every man is a king, and I am the king around here. So don't forget it. You want me to clean your plate?
What happened while I was bathing? What did he tell you, Stella?
Nothing. Nothing.
I think he told you something about Mitch and me. You know why Mitch didn't come, but you won't tell me. I'm going to call him.
I'm going to call him, Blanche.
I am. I'm going to call him.
I wish you wouldn't.
I intend to be given an explanation by someone. Hello?
I hope you're pleased with your maldoings. I never had such a hard time swallowing food in my life. Looking at the girl's face and the empty chair.
Stella, it's gonna be alright after she's gone and after you've had the baby. It's gonna be alright again, between you and me, the way it was. You remember the way that it was, them nights we had together? God, honey, it's gonna be sweet when we can make noise in the night the way that we used to and get the colored lights going with nobody's sister behind the curtains to hear us.
Come back in, Blanche.
Yes? Oh, those pretty little candles. Oh, don't burn them, Stella.
I certainly will.
You ought to save them for baby's birthdays. Oh, I hope those candles are gonna glow in his life, and I hope that his eyes are gonna be like candles, like two blue candles lighted in a white cake.
What poetry.
I shouldn't have called him.
There's lots of things that could have happened.
There's no excuse for it, Stella. I don't even have to be put up with insults. I won't be taken for granted.
God damn, it's hot with the steam from the bathroom.
I said I was sorry 3 times. I take hot baths for my nerves. Hydrotherapy, they call it. You healthy Polak without a nerve in your body. Of course you don't know what anxiety feels like.
I am not a Polak. People from Poland are Poles, not Polacks. But what I am is 100% American. Born and raised in the greatest country on earth, and proud to tell of it. So don't ever call me a Polak.
Oh, that's for me, I'm sure.
I'm not sure. Keep your seat.
Oh, keep your hands off me, Stella. What's the matter with you? Why do you keep giving me that pitying look?
Quiet in there! We've got a noisy woman on the place. Go on, Mac. At Riley's? No, I don't want to go at Riley's. I had a little trouble with Riley last week. I'm the team captain, ain't I? Alright. We're not gonna bowl at Riley's. We're gonna bowl at the West Side or at the Gala, alright? See you. Sister Blanche, I've got a little birthday remembrance for you.
Oh, have you, Stanley? I wasn't expecting any. I don't know why Stella wants to observe my birthday. I'd much rather forget it when you reach 27. Well, age is just a subject you prefer to ignore.
27?
What is it? Is it for me?
Yes, I hope you like it.
Why, it's a...
Ticket. Back to Laurel on the Greyhound. Tuesday. Well,
You didn't need to do that.
don't forget all that I took for her.
You needn't have been so cruel to someone who's been alone all her life.
Delicate piece she is.
She is. She was. You didn't know Blanche as a young girl. Nobody was as trustworthy and tender as she was. But people like you abused her. You forced her to change. Do you think you're going bowling now?
Sure.
You're not going bowling. Why did you do this to her?
I did nothing to no one. Now let go of my shirt. You're
Just
tearing
tell me
it.
why you did this to her.
When we first met, me and you thought I was common. How right you were, baby. I was common as dirt. You showed me the snapshot of the place with the columns. I pulled you down off them columns and how you loved it. Having them colored lights going. And wasn't we happy together? Wasn't it all okay till she showed here? And wasn't we happy together? Wasn't it all okay till she showed here? All hoity-doity, treating me like an ape? Hey Stella, what's wrong?
Take me to the hospital.